I don't know about you, but to me, apple fritters have got to be top 3 donuts of all time, and it's not even debatable. They be double glazed up, soft in the middle, and crunchy around the edges. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to make them at home. And if you've never made donuts at home before, don't be intimidated. This is probably one of the easiest donuts you can make at home. So with that being said, let's get right into it. You want to start off by getting all your ingredients, which includes 500 grams all-purpose flour, 210 grams of milk, 2 large eggs, 70 grams of melted butter, 70 grams of sugar, 5 grams of salt, and 2 tablespoons of instant yeast. You also want to make sure your milk is just slightly warm, but not too hot, and make sure your eggs are room temp. For those of you who don't own a kitchen scale, I'll have the measurements posted down below in the description. Now all I'm doing right here is just combining the milk, the eggs, the yeast, and the melted butter and just giving that a mix. Next, you want to combine all them dry ingredients into your mixer bowl and just give them a gentle massage. Then you want to combine the wet and dry, just mix them together before you put it into that stand mixer. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can just do this all by hand and the next step by hand, but it's just going to take a little bit of elbow grease. Then after you've mixed it all together and it looks just like this, you want to pull out that mixer, attach the hook, and you just want to set it to about medium-high speed and let it go for about 5 minutes. And after the 5 minutes is up, or until it looks nice and smooth, you want to just take it out and make sure you grab all the dough off the hook. You want it to look like this. Now this is the part where you're gonna have to put in a little work, stand mixer or not. Put down just a touch of vegetable oil, don't make it a greasy mess. And then just spread it around, place the dough right on top of it, and make sure you get all that dough out of the bowl. I like to use like a flexible dough scraper to get it out, but just make sure you get the sides and everything and just scrape it out of the bowl. Then next step, you guessed it, we're gonna knead the out this dough roughly for about 10 to 15 minutes. Yes, you heard it right, 10 to 15. And this is a pretty dry dough, so it shouldn't be sticking too hard to your hands. Not too bad. And you will know when it's done once you just take a little piece of the dough and it passes the window pane test. Meaning, once you stretch out that little piece gently, it doesn't tear and it's nice and translucent. Then you want to take the dough and place it into a bowl, cover it, and let it rise for about an hour to an hour and a half, or until the dough doubles in size. But it is entirely dependent on how warm your house is for how fast it'll rise. Now let's talk apples. The best apples to me for apple fritters are the Granny Smith green apples, but you can use any type of apples that you want. All I'm doing here is just dicing them up to my desired size. Now you can chop them up big, small, whatever you want. After that, add them to a bowl, give them a nice little squeeze of about half a lemon, toss them up, and this will help add just a little more flavor. Then you want to grab a pan and set to about medium high, toss in some butter, let that get nice and foamy, and then add your apples in. Then you just want to allow them to cook off for about 30 seconds, and then you want to just add in 2 tablespoons of sugar and about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Then you want to turn that heat up to high and let it cook until most of the moisture is reduced and the apples are soft. Then you want to just give them a taste, and if they taste good, set them aside. And after your dough has doubled in size, you want to generously flour your work surface and roll the dough out just enough to where you can spread out the apple filling. Then you just want to add more flour directly on top of the apple filling. This will just help it adhere to the dough and make sure it's not falling off of the dough and not sticking. Next, you want to fold in the dough on all 4 sides, and with the dough scraper, you just want to get in there and just chop it up. Now, right now, you may be wondering, why did we just do all that just to chop it up? Well, apple fritters are traditionally made with leftover dough scraps that get chopped up and deep fried, so if that's how them donut shops doing it, then that's how we gonna do it. Then after they're all good and chopped up, you just want to slice off portions of the dough and form them into little fritter patties. And you want to flour them little fritter patties from front to back. Then you want to grab a sheet pan, a container, or whatever the hell you got and cover them up and set them aside while we get that grease nice and hot. Also, in the meantime, between time, we're going to get to working on that glaze. To a bowl, you want to add in 2 cups of powdered sugar, a splash of vanilla extract, a sprinkle of nutmeg, and also a little bit of cinnamon. And last but not least, add some milk, and you want to slowly add the milk to get the desired looseness you want your glaze to be. After your oil reaches 350 degrees, go ahead and drop your fritters in and drop them away from you so you don't splash yourself. You want to fry one side until it's nice and golden brown around the edges, and that's how you'll know when it's ready to flip. and then cook the other side until it's nice and golden brown as well. Now the hardest part to nail is making sure it doesn't fall apart in the fryer like my second one did. Rest in peace. Yeah, I got a bigger pot. And also, if you want to foolproof these things, just stick them in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. And yeah, I had zero issues with them falling apart after that. Then after you let the donuts cool down for a couple minutes, drop them into that glaze and allow them to drip off on one side. Then hit the other side with the glaze as well and let that drip off too. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more recipes from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you for sticking around and watching this video. See you later. Peace.